So the AMTCE will help to bridge the skills gap by providing opportunities for companies and their employees to upskill or reskill in technologies that are relevant to Industry 4.0 technology adoption, and then to operationalise those technologies within those businesses in order to drive increased productivity, competitiveness and so forth. Industry will benefit from the centre once it's fully up and running by actually being able to come into the centre and get hands-on exposure to the latest in advanced manufacturing technologies, including robotics, cobotics, robotic processes such as welding, 3D printing and so forth. Really, I suppose the mantra and the hope with Industry 4.0 related technologies is that countries like Ireland can actually compete on the global stage based on innovation rather than low cost. So again, we have that so the centre really is about putting that sort of intellectual capacity, skills and capability into Irish industry in order that they can compete.
So Kuka have always had a large focus on research and education, and since we set up the organisation here in Ireland back in 2014, we actually had a real clear focus on the research centre and the education sector here in Ireland. What's very different about it from the Irish context is that Kuka are actually the only robot manufacturer that have sales, service, application engineering and training all within a facility here in Ireland. Everything else is generally sourced from outside of the country, so we're quite unique in that, and that's been able to actually give us a strong basis with which to work with all our research partners.
So again, the centre I think has a great opportunity really to take traditional crafts and hands-on skills and take them now to the next evolution, where you're now seeing the combination of legacy technologies and combine that with the latest in innovations such as robotics to, I suppose, put those next generation capabilities in place and then to train people on those. And things like robotic welding has a great opportunity really to evolve how manufacturers are going to operate into the future. This centre is located in the largest population centre in Ireland outside of Dublin. So there are over 2.5 million people within 1 hour of the location of the centre, and there are 7 universities. It's really about partnership. So that's one of the key reasons why we work with the likes of Kuka, because okay, they provide state-of-the-art equipment, but they're also a partner that we can work to develop training, because again, we're very much about the development of skills delivery and training. So therefore, we require a partnership with our vendors in order to realise that goal. What is interesting with respect to the way that technology is starting to evolve, and certainly the new types of process that are emerging, is really actually about fusing technologies now into new technology platforms. So for example, in robotic processes, it's no longer just a manual movement of material around the place. It's now combining robotics with welding. It's combining robotics with 3D printing. It's combining robotics with visual inspection or other forms of inspection capability. So it's taking what would have been individual technologies or legacy technologies, combining that now with the latest in robotics to deliver the next generation of technologies to catalyse the innovation and development of industry.
It's changed over the last number of years. There's been a lot of funding being put in by government and through EU funding and so on as well. So now you've got a lot of research programs, but the AMTCE is quite unique in that it's actually looking at research from the point of view of lower levels, so level 6. So this is taking guys in who have a certain level of education within manufacturing, but it's allowing them to upskill and reskill, in cutting edge technologies and state of the art. It's actually quite unique within Europe in that respect.
We are investing quite heavily in a lot of e-learning technologies, which allows us to have both a national reach but also to extend beyond our borders into Europe. So we'll be looking into the future for future opportunities in order to extend our reach beyond Ireland. Our training is provided by leading industry practitioners, and that allows us to be agile and to be nimble and to respond to the needs of industry in very quick order.